Welcome one and all. Today's session on database management system, Unit 5, Session 5. In this session, we are understanding serializability of schedules. So, I am Suresha KV, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, Government First Year College, Chikbalapura. Today, let us learn in this session serializability of schedules. Let us understand this topic is serializability of schedules, a transaction processing concept. A content covered in this session is a serializability of schedules, classification of serializability. In this schedules, serial schedules, second one is a non-serial schedules, third one is a complicit serializability schedules. Now, objective of this session is student will able to understand what is serializability of schedule. Second objective is to know classification of a serializability. The third objective is to know definition serial schedule, non-serial schedule and complicit serializability with an example. A serializability of schedules can understand when two transactions T1 and T2 are submitted simultaneously and no interleaving of operation is permitted. There are only two possible outcomes. One is all operations of transaction T1 can be executed in a sequence and then all operations of transaction T2. The second one is all operations of T2 can be executed in a sequence and then all operations of transaction T1. Based on that serializability, the schedule can be classified as serial schedules, non-serial schedules, and third one is complicit serializability schedules. Now, let us understand. First one is a serial schedules. In serial schedules are said to be serial when the transaction operations are executed consecutively without any interleaved operations from the other transaction. A schedule S is serial if for every transaction T participating in the schedule, all the operation of T are executed consecutively in the schedule. Otherwise, the schedule is called non-serial. In a serial schedule, only one transaction is at a time is active. The second point is the commit or abort of the active transaction initiates execution of the next transaction. Third one is there is no interleaving. Fourth one is each schedule is considered correct. The example diagrammatically is showing serial schedules T1 transaction 1 and T2 transaction 2. In T1, read item X means R of X. Then X is equal to X minus N. Write item X. Read item X. Read item Y. Y is equal to Y plus N. Write item Y in time. In transaction 2 happening, read item X. X is equal to X plus M. Write item X. This is example of a serial schedules. The disadvantage of a serial schedule is since switching over to another transaction is not allowed. If a transaction waits for an input-output operation to complete, the valuable CPU processing time will be wasted. The second disadvantage of serial schedule is it wastes a lot of time since some transaction T is quite long. The other transaction must wait for T to complete all its operations. A second one is a non-serial schedules. in a non-serial schedules are said to be a non-serial if each sequence interleaves operation from the participating transactions. The diagrammatic shows a non-serial schedules. In non-serial schedules, transaction T1, transaction T2. In transaction 1, read of x means R of x, then x is equal to x minus n. Then transaction 2, read of x, the information is x is equal to x plus m. In transaction 1, write x, read y, then transaction 2, write x. Then transaction y is equal to y plus n, read y. This is a non-serial. This is not serial step by step. It is a non-serial schedules. Then next one is complicit serializable schedules. The name indicate non-complicit serializable schedules. A schedule S of a transaction is serializable if it is equivalent to some serial schedule of the same n transactions. Two schedules are said to be a complicit equivalent if the order of any two compliciting operations is the same in both schedules. Two operations in a schedule are said to complicit if they are belonging to different transactions, access the same database item, and at least one of the two operations is a write item operation. A schedule S is said to be a complicit serializable if it is complicit equivalent to some serial schedule S. We can reorder the non-compliciting operations in S until we from the equivalent serial schedule S. The diagram shows a non-serial schedules in T1, T2 and T1, T2. In T1, read item X, X is equal to X minus N. Write item X, read item Y within time, Y is equal to Y plus N, write item Y. This is for schedule C for transaction T1, T2, schedule D for transaction T1 and T2. In T2 for schedule C, read item X, X is equal to X plus M, then write item X. That is schedule C. In schedule D, transaction T1, T2, read item X, X is equal to X minus N, write item X. In transaction 2, schedule D, read item X, X is equal to X plus M, write item X. In transaction 1, schedule D, read item Y, Y is equal to Y plus N, write item Y. This is a diagrammatic or graphical representation of a non-serial schedules. So, in this session, we are understanding a desirable property of a transaction in the so many point: atomicity, considerable prevention, isolation, durability, and durability of permanency, and some important point of serializability of schedules. What are the point under serializability of schedules? What is serial schedules, and what are the point for serial schedules, and disadvantage of a serial schedules, and non-serial schedules, and complicit serializable schedules, and diagrammatic representation of a non-complicit serializable schedules. Then we are all understand. Now, whenever you want to create this session, unit 5, session 5, the reference book is the Abramsey, Silbres, Henry F. Korth, S. Sudarshan, Database System Concept, 6th edition, MC Grow-Hill 2012. And second reference book is C.J. Date, Introduction to Database System, 8th edition Wesley. And some textbook also needed. One textbook is Ramesh Helsmari and Shamkant B. Nawate, Fundamentals of Database Systems, 5th edition Pearson Education 2007. And another textbook is a database management system as per new CBCS syllabus for second semester BCA for both Bangalore North University and Bangalore City 2014 and 15 onwards. Chitra Ravi. So thank you, Ananda.